You've been there, I've been there, or you know people who've been there, where you pour, or it feels like you're pouring your focus, your effort, your heart, your soul into creating something amazing, whether it's your copy, whether it's a strategy, whether it's a plan, whether it's a new product, a launch for you, for your clients, where you go through all this effort, invest this energy and focus only to see mediocre results or only to see your efforts fall flat, your crickets. Whether it's you feeling this way or a client you worked with feeling this way, and it can be very frustrating. The good news is you don't need to actually overhaul everything you're doing. You don't always need to obsess over rewriting all the copy, whether it's you're actually marketing at the right times on the right platforms, etc. It's not about jumping to these conclusions. But first you have to understand that committing your head, your heart, energy into content or your efforts or your stuff you create only to feel disappointed stinks. I've worked with maybe hundreds of different people, dozens of clients, dozens of students from around the world. And over the past 10 years, we know how this stings. I know how it stings. They know how this disappointment stings. The good news is some of this, you can minimize your margin of error, make things a little bit more simple, a little bit more fun, a little bit more enjoyable, more smooth by shifting your mindset first. Here's an example. Is a company I've worked with they came to me for a one-off kind of consulting. Ended up working with them for almost 2 years. What they felt was very disappointed. They had an amazing company, their alternative health e-commerce company. They spent so much money getting their product research from top scientists, from basically researchers who were the top ones in their country. And they've had an amazing product put together. And they had the proven product. But they were frustrated in their efforts. They asked me to look at it and see if they were following the right flow in their sales funnel, if they were creating the right Facebook ads, the right videos, the right creatives, and if they were writing the right sorts of content to the right people. And as I came across what they were going through and how they were on the verge of giving up, I saw why. Because they were actually focused on the wrong thing. They didn't need me to essentially tweak their offer, tweak the copy that was promoting their offer. They're actually focused on the completely wrong thing. See, what they actually needed was they didn't understand their target audience at all. They were writing to them in scientific, boring copy and language, when their audience actually responded to conversational, more upbeat language. I put emojis in their subject lines and Facebook ads. The videos on their Facebook ads turned into pictures we tested, outdoor pictures, indoor pictures, product images, pictures of people in lab coats. And then we also I created an email automation system, an email automation strategy for them from scratch, which helped them build a brand that's added over $200,000 per month with all of these strategies combined, almost automated. But stepping back is that wouldn't have happened if they kept doing it on their own, because they were focused on, do we need to tweak the offer? And it was the completely wrong focus. If it kept going down that direction, nothing would have happened. In fact, it would have been failure after failure after failure. So this is the same for you. If you see a mistake, an effort fell short, whether it was just a piece of copy you put out, or it was a new product you tested, or if it was a full campaign, or if it was a client acquisition strategy, or you had a $50,000 launch, but you had so many refunds. Before jumping the gun and making conclusions, you have to identify the disconnect. Because you don't just go scrap all the copy and say, I need a new product from scratch. You have to identify the disconnect. The strategy might have been off. Did you just target the wrong people? Did you market on Facebook when you should have marketed through email and Instagram? Were you targeting high-priced buyers and saying a high price point when people would have responded well to a low point initial offer? Find where the disconnect is when you see these small or even large failures, these large stings where your efforts fell short. Second shift is target market diagnostics. Critically analyze your copy, the copy you use, your clients use, and then look at metrics, feedback, performance. Use research, tools, and raw data to understand your audience engagement and performance. This is exactly how, for the company I just mentioned, they were writing to their audience and speaking to them in a completely wrong way. Scientific, boring, academic. I made it conversational, made it direct. I made it to their target audience. I added emojis. I made it very flowy, and which really stood out in their industry. And that was one of the extreme catalysts to the success I created. You'll see a link in the description to help you do the same for yourself, for clients, or both. However, you have to diagnose your target market if you see any disconnect or dips in engagement, lead, sales. And then finally, understand that small changes can lead to big improvements. You understand the foundational principles of marketing, you can master effective copywriting. Little tweaks like the ones I mentioned. Make sure you're understanding your audience, dissecting the data, looking at the way you write. Was it a strategic mistake? Little tweaks like these, when you have this mindset and this attitude moving forward, it can create huge leaps and improvements in your conversion, your strategy, and to minimize your headaches and frustration all around. So to recap, one of the first mindset shifts you'll need to make is identifying the disconnect. Where did my last promo, my last piece of copy, my last launch, my last post, my last email, my last campaign, where did it fall short? There was a disconnect somewhere. Chances are was it your approach, your focus, your strategy. If you need help, find someone to help you identify this. Diagnose your target market and your approach. Was I speaking to them the right way? Am I writing to them the right way? Am I selling them what they want? Did I price it appropriately? Remember, small changes lead to big improvements. You change your mindset, you change your approach like this, and you'll notice compound recurring results. Not just in your immediate, for your campaign, but long-term for yourself as a marketer and copywriter.
Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to scroll down and get some help implementing what you've just learned, golden nuggets you've seen. And if you have any comments, feedback, insights, go ahead and leave a comment. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check out some of my other videos